In the meantime, please help make this an enjoyable game for all by staying positive and cheering for your team. Would everybody please rise and remove your hats as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem. And now for St. Mary's starting lineup. A senior point guard, number 3, Tatiana Menway. A junior guard, number 5, Amelia Polichetti. A senior forward, number 12, Olivia Matos. A senior forward, number 24, Cece Baptista. And a senior guard, number 33, Maggie McKitchen. St. Mary's is coached by Kawan Robinson, athletic director Jennifer Lawson, who is in attendance tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, now please rise and get ready for the Westerly Bulldogs.
Hello one, hello all, and welcome to Federico Gymnasium. We got some Lady Bulldog basketball action headed our way. The women are being announced onto the court as we speak. They are welcoming St. Mary's Academy Bayview here today. St. Mary's Academy comes in with a 6-3 record in the league, a 5-3 league record, and Westerly is coming in at 1-6. Obviously, the underdogs looking to turn things around a little bit here. I am the voice, Greg Moreno, alongside producer owner Shane Belanger. We have Lisa behind the lens. We are Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, bringing it to you. The ladies are taking the court, and I've been looking into their season a little bit here and trying to find some common ground. The ladies have 4 wins on the year, just one happens to be in the league. So it's not all that bad if you step back and look at the big picture. And that goes for their record. That's 4 and I've seen it in different ways, 4-7 overall, I do believe. And the common denominator that I see in all of their wins clearly is the play of Riley Pelican. When she gets underneath, she has 10 boards in every one of their victories. And right along with her, not surprisingly, but Juliana Voisinais has great numbers in girls' victories. So let's look to see how they play here tonight, see if the girls can't turn things around in the league and grab their second league victory. Pelican set to jump, set to tip for the Bulldogs. Number 24, Baptista for Bayview. And the tip goes Wesley's way, and that is going to be Sid Hake, junior captain on the team. And pass gets intercepted. That's number 24 who takes it for Bayview. Up an easy 1-2, Bayview. Pelican looking to inbound for the Bulldogs. Bayview is going to press to start things off here. Nope, they lay back. This Bulldog team is high intensity. They are relentless. Crossover, a little runner, off the backboard, too strong, out of bounds it goes. He's going to stay here with Westerly. They attack the boards. There's a lot of positives. There's no seniors on this team. And they're getting better as they play. Pelican with a quick inbound pop, no good. Rebound goes down to Bayview. So 2-0 to score, just getting started here, Federico Gymnasium. Girls have 2 home games this week. We'll be bringing both of them to you, Wednesday being the next one. That'll be at our normal time, 7 p.m. And wide open at the baseline, number 12. Declines the shot, gets underneath number 24. Blocked once, fouled on the second attempt. And obviously number 24 is a big part of the Bayview attack. Baptista, who's going to go to the line for 2 here. Has their first field goal as well. Number 12, Matos, had a wide open 3-point opportunity. Chose to get it underneath. First free throw is no good, off the mark. Going to be live on the release here. 1 minute into this thing. So these ladies, they can win any game. They really can. They're just in a fierce Division 1, and I don't want to say that they don't belong there, but there's a whole bunch of teams who really are grouped up with the Lady Bulldogs in their record. And second one's good, so Pelican will inbound against the press. Gets it to Hake, and they're going to hold the press here. Sid Hake runs things at the guard position. At the moment, Pelican's calling the signals. Varsity with it, picks up her dribble, back underneath the Pelican. Saves it, lost the handle a little bit, inbound to Bayview, and they get it up over the top. Quick passing, and nice block on that play. That was by Varsity. Nice defense by the Bulldogs. 3-0 to score. Bayview's going to inbound. It's going to be number 5 for Bayview, Polichetti. Like I said, Bayview comes in at 5-3 in the division. Trying to use their pivot foot underneath. That's great defense. Gorman underneath on the block. Rafferty up top. Good switch by Pelican off the pick, and still trying to get that pivot moving. It's not working. 3-point opportunity comes short. Pelican rips down the rebound, and the Bulldogs will take it. Pushing it forward. Open, I don't know if her toes on the line or not. It is off the mark, doesn't matter. Gorman pulls down the rebound. She's going to turn around, gets underneath to Pelican, and the shot is no good. So the girls still looking for their first field goal. And losing a dribble, gets a hand in there. Rafferty for the steal for the Bulldogs, and they're going to push it ahead. 3-point opportunity here, comes up short, and Bayview chooses to keep it in bounds. That's number 33. McKitchen, a senior forward. Number 5 kicks out. Batos with it. Baptista, correction. 3-pointer, rims out, but comes down with the offensive rebound. Second chance, no good. And they get a third chance, and that's up and in. Can't have that. Can't give 3 chances in the inbound pass. They get a hand on, but the Bulldogs are able to save it. Nice job by Hake to keep it alive. Pass ahead to Gorman, though. Too far ahead, and an unforced turnover. So the ladies coming out a little bit off the mark here. Probably won't be long before you see a timeout if Bayview puts another one in the hoop. Girls are pressing a little bit here, and they're going to lay back. Hake is on the ball. Girls are down 5-0. Baptista with the pick for Bayview, and there's a whistle off the ball, and that's where it was. So the Bulldogs will take the turnover gladly. And as a substitution, it looks like Madison Pellegrino's going to come in. Rafferty's going to go out, and Story's going to enter as well, and Gorman's going to take a rest. So new look here for the Bulldogs. We use a lot of players. 8, 9, I'm talking. There's 8 freshmen on this team, so the future is extremely bright, and that includes next year. And crossover by Story, nice job, nice ball handling skills. And pass, nearly picked off. Hake has it. 3-pointer, no good, off the mark. And rebound comes down to Pelican, nice job tipping it to herself. Swing top 3, Hake. And this one's good. The girls are on the board, 5-3. Sid Hake from long range, top of the key. Just like that, 1 bucket away. Good crowd on hand today, considering the time change, middle of the day. Girls side of Federico Gymnasium is pretty full, and that's a nice play by Bayview. Give and go. Nobody underneath, so they answer quickly. 7-3 the score. Rafferty has it. Pick and roll, Pellegrino covered on the roll. Back outside to Hake. And a little body foul against Bayview. So Bulldogs will inbound it. That's Store. Hake has it. And up on the baseline ahead to Store. She has to save it, but does. Pelicans block on the turnaround, comes back with it. About a 15-footer, and it's good. Nice touch from the baseline. And Hake gets her hand in on it and steals the inbound pass. Out of bounds it goes. Nice play by Sid Hake to get it back to the Bulldogs, who are right back at this thing. 7-5 the score. Bulldogs score. Bulldogs inbounds from underneath. It's going to be Alex Store on the inbound. There is no question these girls can play with Bayview. They've gone on streaks and had corners in each game, but they've dominated their opposition. They've just had down quarters as well. Last game they had a rough first half, and then answered. If the first half had gone differently, then they would have picked off another win. Inbounding again. Pelican has it. Deep three-point attempt, and that's off the mark. And we're talking deep with that one Hake tried. Baseline jumper off the mark. Up with the offensive rebound. That's no good either. Pelican pulls it down. Don't give them the third chance that time. They did get a second, though, and they're getting a lot of those. Store has it. The pass out of bounds. Has to stay with the Bulldogs. Substitution on the floor on both sides. Looks like Aruta's going to come in for the Bulldogs. Pellegrino's going to get a rest. And Store's going to inbound. This production brought to you in part by Wireless Zone, your Verizon authorized retailer located in Dunn's Corners next to Duncan. Cell phone sales, service, and repair. Here's the whistle, and we're off. Bulldogs 5, Bayview 7. Flashes of brilliance with the team. Pelican, long three-point opportunity, no good. So to hang around and be right in this when you clearly haven't started off all that hot. Great defense from behind by Hake. Rips it, and they end up with an open three somehow off of it, and it turns into a three-pointer for Bayview. And that's another second chance opportunity. Those are going to kill the Bulldogs if they keep allowing them to Aruta kick out to Rafferty, open three head fake. Defense closed in quickly. Rafferty with the pick for Hake, back to Rafferty. And she uses the Hake pick, three-pointer opportunity, no good. Hake with the offensive rebound. Layup, no good. Aruta comes down with it and does come away with it. Whistle first, jump ball more than likely. Or is there a foul on the floor? It's going to be, had to be a foul if the Bulldogs have it. Pelican's going to inbound. So far early on, second chance points is the only thing that's killing the Bulldogs. The only reason they're behind at all. There's been second chance and third chance opportunities. And Bayview really hasn't capitalized on a high percentage of them. Nice pass underneath. They're trying to use the Pelican factor. On offense, they're definitely trying to feed her the ball. I mean, she can attack you in so many different ways. I don't argue with that at all. It's a great foundation for the offense. I mean, she can beat you underneath and from three. Hake's hands on defense early on here tonight really have been a factor as well. She's got her hand in on several passes, come up from behind on several dribblers, and the Bulldogs will take the turnover. Aruta's going to inbound to Hake. Bulldogs down 10-5, 2:01 to go in this quick first quarter. Hasn't been all that many whistles. I open my mouth and there's a whistle. Off the ball. Bulldogs are going to inbound. Aruta's going to inbound. We have Hake in the backcourt, and we're off. Defense is the chant quietly from the bench. Voisinay has it. Haven't heard her name enough, I would say, early here. Tries to jump past Bayview. Nice dribbling by Hake. Her hands are on fire here today. Jumper and it doesn't fall. They have not come out all that hot shooting-wise. And a little over-under move, and that doesn't fall for Bayview. And Bayview really hasn't hit many of their first-chance shots. So the second chance that they've capitalized on. Out of bounds, that one goes. There's a foul from behind. Bulldogs will capitalize on that as well. That's their fourth team foul here in the first quarter. Store's going to inbound it. Bulldogs looking to get into some kind of a rhythm offensively. Bayview's trapping the ball pretty much wherever it is. That goes out of bounds off Bayview. So the Bulldogs are going to inbound. There's a break in action here. Our first break in action. Timeout on the floor. Lady Bulldogs 5, Bayview 10. We'll be right back, folks. All right. Back on the floor. We are Federico Gymnasium. Lady Bulldogs trail 10-5 here early on in this one. First quarter's ticking away. And Riley Pelican trapped on the far side. Bayview playing some tight defense here. But so are the Bulldogs. And that pass is a little too hot for the intended target. Out of bounds it goes, and the Bulldogs will turn it over. 1:11 to go in this fast-moving quarter number one. Bulldogs are pressing. And Bayview chases it down. Number 3 with it. Atiana Benway, and the Bulldogs will take the turnover. Pelican has it. So the Bulldogs kind of go as Pelican does. And they're feeding her. Nice passing, nice play. Storff with a nice finish. Lillian Gorman correction. So that ends the drought before the quarter ticks away, and that's big. You don't want to go into the end or go into the break between quarters on any kind of an off streak, and they end that quiet streak. Trail only by 3. And weaving into the lane, fouled on the way up by Storr. So she's going to get a couple shots. But the Bulldogs really doing a nice job underneath the hoop defensively. I mean, they're forcing the second chance. I mean, if they can't pull it down, they're at least playing physically, and they haven't given up very many fouls, so they can play all that much more physical in the second quarter, if you ask me. Bayview hasn't proven a threat from long range thus far, so you can focus your attempts a little bit in a little more condensed area. So we're waiting on a little shoe tying situation here. 32.6 to go, quarter number one. 11 for Bayview, 7 for the Bulldogs. Back in action, 7 p.m. normal tip time on Wednesday. More Lady Bulldog action as they welcome Portsmouth, who, as we speak, sits at 6-3 in the league. So just one more win than Bayview. The middle of the league is very condensed, and the records are really close. And then there's a big group at the bottom. It's sort of a bottom third. That's why alignment, to me, seems to be off. Around the back. Hit one three-pointer thus far. Tried another one. That rim's out. He's their deep threat. And she's their deep threat. And that head fake is a travel. Doesn't keep her foot still. So the Bulldogs will take the turnover. Aruda will inbound to Rafferty. 16 seconds to go in the quarter. Down 4, they can hold for last shot. And in the middle, Pelican has it. That's where they've been trying to get it. And to Storr. And there's a whistle before anything, and that's going to be a Bulldog turnover. So 3 seconds to go. Bayview will inbound. They're going to go length of the court. Leading by 4. And the Bulldogs will stay up in their face. And the half-court shot doesn't go. So 1 quarter in the books from Federico Gymnasium, folks. Lady Bulldogs 7, Bayview Academy 11. We are Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, bringing you some Bulldog basketball action at a new time here today. Due to the holiday, tip was at 2 p.m. The girls looking to turn things around a little bit. They have 1 league victory. They have 4 victories on the season. They've shown flashes even in those other games of brilliance. They really have. You're looking at a team that has 0 seniors, first of all, which is huge. It's a great sign for next year. And they have 8 freshmen, which is also a beautiful thing. And they use a lot of different players throughout every game. You'll see 8, 9, even 10 different players on the court out of their roster. And in their minds, any game is winnable. That's the way Coach Hake trains them. And that's a great approach for them. There's the buzzer, and we're getting ready to get started here. We're a minute away from quarter number 2, folks. This production brought to you in part by WesterlyT.com, local t-shirt store making fun tees. Go to WesterlyT.com to see their growing list of designs. So as I said, the Bulldogs go as Pelican goes. I was reading over all of their wins, 2 of which are against Charahoe, their neighbor rival, which is good to have. That's always a high point in the season to have swept your rival in the 2 times that they face. So back in action, Bayview with it. Number 3, only one who's really shown to be a deep threat, Benway. Back to number 24, who went quiet. Big body underneath, big presence early, and misses both of those. Bulldogs playing some stout defense underneath. Physical. Nice look by Pelican underneath the Gorman. Fouled on her way up. She'll get a couple free throws. Haven't heard me say that about the Bulldogs here today, as they have. This is their first trip to the free throw line. If she is given credit for the shot, she doesn't even know, and she is. So the Bulldogs are going to look, obviously, to change that. I hadn't noticed, and now I do. They're going to have to work their way to the free throw line. Their team fouls are really low, so they can get a little bit more physical. That means offensively and defensively. They give you that many for a reason. I'm a proponent of using them. That's the way Bayview's kind of playing. They haven't used all that many. 2 for 2 from the line. Like to see that. 2-point ball game, folks. Throw the records out the window, especially when you come to Federico Gym here in Westerly, or come to Westerly in general for any sport. Hake on the ball, and they swing. Working off the pick, 3-pointer. Good. Nice play by Bayview. Stop and pop off the pick, and they answer the Bulldogs 2 with 3 of their own. 14-9. Hake has it crossing midcourt. Finds Gorman, finds Wazanet, and underneath reverse layup is good. And timeout on the floor by Bayview. With that, we'll take a few moments and we will return. All right, at number 5 for Bayview, Polichetti about to inbound with a slim 3-point lead here. 1 minute into quarter number 2. Lady Bulldogs right in this one. Again, working off the pick. Hake does a nice job switching as they weave. Find the open lady 50-footer for the baseline. Good. So they're starting to hone in a little bit, Bayview is. Rafferty to inbound to Hake. 16-11 the score. Not a lot of whistles so far. I don't want to curse or anything. Working out the Gorman pick. 3-point opportunity. No good. Bulldogs still haven't hit that hot streak as Bayview presses right up the court. They go and they finish. That is number 5, Polichetti with the finish. Great pass and big defense there. Stood tall as the Bulldogs ball trickles out of bounds. Looking for a blocking foul. Didn't get one. And Bayview will take the turnover and inbound it. 18-11 the score. High school basketball, game of swings. Things can get spread out real quick, and then they can get tight quick as well. Bayview seemingly getting into sync here offensively a little bit as far as shooting. The Bulldogs still doing a nice job under the hoop, making it nearly impossible. Number 12 shot from a little bit off the mark, and the Bulldogs will take it as they press. Hink slows things down. Kick. Pelican is going to be a travel. Didn't get her pivot foot down, and the Bulldogs will give it back. Trailing by 7 now. 2 minutes into quarter number 2. And Benway will take it up the court for Bayview. Underneath. And unable to find anything, has to kick out. And that is good from the top of the key, too. As far as you can go in front of the 3-point line. And nice pass up the court. Pelican trying to answer off the mark. Gets her own rebound, and there's going to be a whistle on this one. And that's going to be a jump ball. Bulldogs will hold it. Bulldogs almost had an easy bucket there. Didn't work out. Bayview's recovered these pretty quick as well. Store's going to inbound it. Ladies looking to break a little scoring streak here. Trailing by 9 now. Hake with it all the way. No good. And Bayview comes down with the rebound. See, it seems like Bayview's giving the Bulldogs one chance. There's no second chance opportunities. And a stop and pop three, no good. And Bulldogs give it back to Bayview. And that is out of bounds and going to stay with the Bulldogs. So Aruda will inbound and the Bulldogs will take it. Bayview not giving the Bulldogs many second chance opportunities. Pelican has it. And it's going to pop for a three from behind Benway. She's quick. And Bayview will pressure again. As they start to run the floor a little bit. Back three, Benway. Front rim. Rebound number 24. Fouled on her way up. Second chance opportunity. Sierra Baptista, the senior. She is the biggest presence underneath for Bayview. To the free throw line they go. First shot is no good. Gianna Varsity enters and Madison Pellegrino for the Bulldogs. Live on the release here, back end of the two free throws. And it is no good off the mark. Long rebound goes to Varsity. And she'll get it up the floor to Store. Back to Varsity and they swing. Open three, Hake, baseline, no good. Loose ball goes to Benway. She's in on everything. Pushes it up the floor from behind. Just misses it. Nothing there. And foul on the floor. There's a whistle and yes, away from the ball. Lila Oth in the game for the Bulldogs on 15. And Bayview is going to inbound it, so the foul's on the Bulldogs. I was waiting to see. And open three, nice play to get the open shot, no finish. And Varsity ends up with it for the Bulldogs. And that's going to be out of bounds off of Bayview, and the Bulldogs will hold it. Already halfway through the second quarter. Hake with it as Bayview traps and almost takes it away. Out of bounds it goes. Bulldogs will retry. So energy on Bayview's side, definitely favoring Bayview. Bulldogs haven't been able to get into any kind of sync, but they are hanging around. And 9 points is nothing for this team to get back. They're high octane. Pellegrino has it to the hoop. She goes. Blocking foul call. Bayview doesn't set. Had they, it would have been a charge. Pellegrino will go to the line for the Bulldogs. Second player to reach that charity stripe. First free throw is good. That gives the Bulldogs 12. Live on release. Off the mark, Bayview takes it down and they'll pressure a little bit. 33 for the Bayview Academy, who's been the presence underneath. Looking for the open three. Number 21 tries, no good, but fouled. She's going to get three on it. Hake on the foul on the baseline. So she'll go to the stripe for three. She being number 21, Gianna Polino, the junior. That's Wesley's 15th foul. Ill-advised, giving three to the stripe here. First one is in, off the front rim. Second of three, no good. And the third is good, so Bayview grabs 2 points out of it and takes a 22-12 lead. Store splits the defense, pushes it ahead. Varsity with it, and the finish So Juliana Vosnay has about 6 out of her 14 points. Bulldogs with the quick answer. Store jumps in on a pass, taps till it goes out of bounds. Bayview will retain possession. Back in the game is Benway for Bayview. Tough task Hake has been assigned to today. Good switch through the pick. And nice hands by Auth. Gets it in, breaks up the pass, and the Bulldogs will take the steal. Voisinay has it in the corner. Hake. Bayview playing some tight defense. And Voisinay, baseline 3. Had a second, no good. A nice job, physical, underneath, number 12 for Bayview, boxing the Bulldogs out. Olivia Matos, the senior forward for Bayview. Store on the ball. Benway goes away from the pick. This time she uses it. And splitting the defense to the hoop. Good. Nice job, number 5 for Bayview. Polichetti found the seam and hit it. The bench animated for Bayview, starting to get excited. Like I said, the Bulldogs just haven't been able to get into a rhythm. Had that hot hand. Pelican doing a nice job of getting the offense started underneath, but the trap Bayview is running really is causing the Bulldogs some problems. And again, it seems like Juliana Voisinay, when she gets her hands on the ball, especially in motion, has a high percentage of finishing for the Bulldogs. And turn around off the inbound, Hakes off the mark. Auth with the rebound. Hits the cutting Voisinay, kicks it back out to Hake. Tries to go all the way with it. It's on the floor where she fouled. So the Bulldogs will inbound. Trailing by 10, 2 minutes to go in the first half. And to the line she'll go 1-1. Bulldogs still have another foul to give. Free throw number 1 is good, so she'll get a second. Pelican back in the game for the Bulldogs. And the back end is good as well. Bulldogs will take both. 3 of 4 from the line. Hake on the ball, picked off. Switch back, and number 5, Polichetti with it. And they lose control, and it trickles their way, so they retain possession. Again off the pick. This time number 12 with it. A lot of motion in Bayview's offense. A lot of weaving. You got to get it up. Shot clock's a problem, and they do. With the finish from the left side. That's a shame. Good job on the defense. Forcing the offense to use the entire shot clock. Pellegrino on the post can't get it, but Pelican goes to the ground for it. And this will be a jump. And excuse me, that's Lila Ault fighting for it. To the floor, possession arrow with Bayview, with the Bulldogs will get the next one. 1:14 to go, 26-16 the score here, folks. Federico Gymnasium, Lady Bulldog hoops action here on a dreary Monday afternoon. Maybe that's having a little effect on the girls. Speed isn't an issue, and defense really isn't either. Auth with the rebound. Bulldogs using a more of a size-heavy lineup, and that's going to be a travel. Bulldogs will give it back. Under a minute to go. Bayview possession, number 5 to inbound, Polichetti. Lady Bulldogs not much of a rest after this. one day off, then right back here, 7 p.m. We're bringing it to you. Portsmouth comes to town, and they're 6-3, pretty much same record as Bayview. One more game played, and you can see the quality of the opponent with these records. And kick out open three, number 21, no good. And the Bulldogs don't kick the rebound out, and Rafferty ends up with it. Hake, 3-point, no good. Rebound, Bayview. Benway has it, pushes it ahead. And number 24 with it. Nice finish, nice job running the court. And that is Baptista on the finish. And 20 seconds to go. Off has it, the runner, no good. And Bayview still time for another. 10 seconds to go. 12-point advantage, Bayview with possession. They're going to hang on to the last shot. And this could be it. If she is fouled, that is not what you wanted to do, is give them free ones with 1.4 seconds to go. So the girls not ending the half the way they want to at all. In fact, that whole second quarter you kind of want to put in your distant memory, in your rearview mirror, throw it out. I think they started the quarter with 11 points or 12. So they had about a 4 or 5 point quarter max. You got to do a little bit better than that. Their last game, it was the same story. They had 10 points in the first half. So obviously it's not that low of a total, but they're having issues in the first half. 29-16 the score, and that'll do it for the first half. So the Lady Bulldogs looking to make some halftime adjustments here. Always have confidence in Coach Hake and her staff. We'll see what they could cook up. Westerly.live, Westerly.radio. We're going to take a little bit of a break, and we'll be right back.
My first impression of Jessie was that she was really shy. They introduced us, and then I kind of just started asking her questions about herself. The more we talked that day, the more we figured out that we had more stuff in common.
Jana, the most important thing in my life. We listen to a lot of music. Well, we like to sing, like karaoke. Me and her like to sing like an opera pitch level, like soprano. We sing good.
It's like she just kept saying, I love karaoke. I love karaoke. I have a tablet. Do you want to sing karaoke? Like, what's your favorite song? Aerosmith. I don't want to miss a thing.
We were like rocking on.
Jessie is a sunflower. She blooms everywhere she goes. I'm pretty much like a gardener. That's how I look at myself here at the Frank Olin Center and in the world.
The Olin Center was started by a group of families that got together in a local library, and they said, we need resources for our family members who have disabilities. There's nothing available. When somebody's not getting services, that means that usually, especially in the children's area, that their disability can become more profound. There's a ripple effect. If we don't provide sufficient opportunities and supports, it does have an effect on the rest of the community. We exist because we want everybody in our community to live lives of purpose and live the life that they want to live. And we do whatever we can to make that happen. I really do see it as an organization of joy and purpose.
My mom and dad brought me here when I graduated from school, 1999. I think I was 15. I love being here. It's the most important thing in my life because I'm learning more skills at the center, like safety skills, baking. I do a lot of crafts because I'm a good artist. And I got a job when Peter Gorman got me the info working at Bella Vita. That's why I met Maria. She's the most favorite boss in the whole world. But being here, being around with people that cares about me a lot.
I really enjoy what I do, and it makes me emotional because like it's important to see them make a difference in their lives. It's all them, and I'm just here for support.
I wish I could have everybody be a fly on the wall and just experience the camaraderie, the sense of belonging, the sense of respect. The Olean Centre is a story of empowerment. It's a story of caring. It's a story of inclusion.
It's more than just a job or a career. It's changed me in a way where it's given me hope to know that like there's good out there.
I wish I could help people really see the difference that they make in people's lives when they support an organisation like the Olean Centre. It's just fundamental, the changes that they can help to make. These are our friends, our neighbours, our siblings, and they have as many and as diverse needs as you and I do. And we're just here to try and help fulfill those with the support of the community.
Do you think the Olean Center has changed your life?
Changed my life, yeah. Being the next chapter in my life makes me feel good. I want to be here for the rest of my life.
To support the work of the Olean Centre and learn more, please visit our website, oleancentre.org.
All right, welcome back, folks. Second half action right ahead. The girls are taking the court, looking to make some adjustments off of the second quarter. First half's been an issue the past two games for the Lady Bulldogs. They had 10 points last game, 16 this game, which is a little better. But they've shown flashes, and that's what we're looking to see all season long with this young team. No seniors on this team. The sky is the limit next year. And they're getting ready to start quarter number 3. Varsity is going to inbound for the ladies. They've had huge quarters as well. Quarters well into the 20-point totals. And that pass is a little bit wide, and Bayview will get a quick turnover to start. Not what you wanted, but crossover by Benway. And Bayview runs some pretty precise plays offensively. And I've gotten to know about 3 or 4 of their players' names already. That's never a great sign. Usually it takes a while or not at all. But they use 3 primary players, and they're pretty good. Underneath right there, at number 24, and she is one of them, Sarah Baptista, that goes wide. Back she goes with a kick out. Benway for 3, and that is off the mark. And a third chance. And this is a major issue. That goes off Gorman's leg, and to the Bulldogs will take the turnover, but still getting 3 chances on offense has become a regularity here in this one. Hake will work off the pick, 3-pointer deep, and that bounces up and off the mark. In with the rebound is number 33, Maggie McKitchen. I haven't said her name, but she's been very active this game as well, and on her way up, hard of the hoop, fouled. So to the free throw line, Bayview goes. So right out of the locker room, Bayview on the attack. There's no rest for the weary in this division. Every team brings it here in Division 1. This team, as it stands, would be competitive right at the top of Division 2. Whereas Division 1 they have that section up top that, I don't want to say they're unbeatable by teams below, but your odds are minimal. And I always liked it that every athlete each has the aspiration or the opportunity at a state championship. In Division 1, and this goes across the board in sports, some of the teams in Division 1 take that opportunity. There is no opportunity. You can have a great season, and your best season still doesn't bring you to that height. And that, I don't think, is ideal. Which, of course, means I'm a proponent for realignment in some of these sports. Inbounding to Benway. 31-16 the score here. This was a tight one early. It was as close as 14-11. That's the way we started the second quarter. 16-11, I believe, travel. The Bulldogs will take it. But that second quarter didn't go the Bulldogs' way. Starting lukewarm here in the third. Pelican will inbound. Decent crowd on hand. Different time change. Dreary day off. That all comes into effect. I don't want to make up all sorts of excuses for the deficit. Wasn't swings to Rafferty. To Gorman. Looking for Pelican. To the floor she goes, and they're going to call it out of bounds on Pelican, who must have slipped on some kind of a wet spot. It was a foul, and okay, there was a foul. They put her down. Hake will inbound for the Bulldogs. Under their Pelican gets underneath the Gorman. Over under, fouled on her way up, and she'll earn her way to the free throw line for the Bulldogs. So sign of life here for the Lady Bulldogs. Number 12, William Gorman, only a sophomore. And Bulldogs are full of youth, 4 juniors, 4 sophomores, 8 freshmen. So there's a lot of excitement around this team, and they're still an excitable team. I don't want to say despite the finals, but despite the scores, but first one is off the mark. And second one is off the mark as well. Second and third chance opportunities and free throws, those are the frustrating things for a coach, because those are the controllables. You can control those things. And then they swing, Benway has it. Just in front of the 3-point mark, and a nice shot by Maggie McKitchen. Not her first of the night. Bayview, very good field goal percentage in the second quarter. Starting off well here in the third, pass into Gorman underneath. Tries to split the defense. And the Bulldogs end up with it in the corner. And back underneath they go to a cutting Hake. And she uses her pivot foot well in her left. Up off the backboard and in. And the Bulldogs get their 18th point. Benway with it all the way to the hoop. Nice. It looks like it's being blocked by Hake. She's going to get whistled, and Benway's going to get a couple free throws. On the floor, she was called for. Well, that's better. Bounce pass McKitchen, spin move up and just doesn't finish, but a nice play. And second chance opportunity, fouled on your way up and to the free throw line. You're going to go Sierra Baptista. Westerly with 3 quick ones here in the second half, only 3 minutes in. And free throw is short. Bayview hasn't been shooting all that well from the free throw line. In comes number 21, Madison Pellegrino, a freshman for the Bulldogs. Had a lot of playing time in the first half. Bulldogs brought in some size. Whenever you have Pellegrino off Pelican, any pair out of those 3 in, size is not an issue. The inbound, back to store, Bayview pressing, and they're making it difficult, and that goes off of Bayview and out of bounds. The Bulldogs will inbound it. And the Madison Pellegrino has it. Got to watch out from behind. And Store will start things up again. Aruda. On the other side, Hake has it, ball fake, kick out to Store. Back to Hake. Gets a little space for herself underneath to Pellegrino. Using a pivot foot, no room. Nice look to Aruda. Just can't finish, and Bayview will end up with it. And they press, and wide open up top, McKitchen in. Easy 2 for Bayview as they start to spread it out a little bit. They have the Bulldogs doubled up here. And there's a whistle and a foul on the floor. Not long for a timeout here, or another learning situation. The coach let them play through it. 2 philosophies, or you can mix both in a season like this. I'm sure you'll see the substitutions start to pick up a little bit for the Bulldogs as well. Aruda will inbound. Bayview continues to press. Hake has it. 3-pointer, near side, doesn't go. In the rebound, off. And a pass is intended for Pellegrino by Aruda, and it was off the mark, and the Bulldogs turn it over. Bayview has it. Settles at half court and gets it to number 5, Balicetti. Bayview really has a solid starting 5. You gotta know all of their names, and they all contribute. It's really not just one of them. Kick out McKitchen, 3-pointer, and it's just off the back of the rim. Rebound, second chance, fouled, and 1. Go to the free throw line. And you don't get 3-pointer the normal way, so you go in and you get it the hard way. See if they can finish. Right now it's rebounds, rebounds, rebounds for the Bulldogs. Second chance opportunities for Bayview. The game would be nearly tied if it wasn't for it. But we are not near that at the moment, and number 5, Apologetti, looking to finish a 3-point play. 3:33 to go in quarter number 3. I am the voice, Greg Moreno, alongside producer owner Shane Blanger, Lisa behind the lens, Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, bringing you some ladies hoop action, and it's off the mark, rebound to Aruda, and Hake has it. And that's a little too physical by Benway of Bayview, and they're going to get a foul on the floor. So we got more ladies hoops for you on Wednesday, the normal time, 7 p.m. And we're back at it next week with both boys and girls hoops. So I want to say congratulations here while we have a minute, and we'll wait till they have the ball. We're playing tight press here, out of bounds it goes. But the Bulldogs have 2 Athlete of the Week winners in consecutive weeks for their contributions. The first being to Juliana Voisinay. And Hake has it all the way to the corner. Aruda will pass, and there's a whistle, and that's going to go against the Bulldogs, so they'll turn it over. So Voisinay scored 19 points in that unbelievable game we brought to you right from here, Federico Gymnasium. Overtime thriller versus Charo. Came down to a free throw with 0.6 seconds left. Charo could have ended it, and they missed. Fortunately, the Bulldogs, after squandering a sizable lead, took it away in overtime. And in that game, Voisinay had 19 points, 12 of them in the second half in overtime. And at that time in the season, she was leading the team with 10.6 points a game. That's why I say, as Voisinay and as Pelican go, is really how the Bulldogs go. They're the leading two-team scorers. Voisinay does it pretty quietly. And that pass by Voisinay gets tipped out of bounds. The Bulldogs will maintain possession. So congratulations, Juliana Voisinay, for that award. And the second goes to Riley Pelican, January 1st, week ending January 1st. You were Athlete of the Week, and that was for your contribution in the Christmas tournament. You had over 2 games, 23 points, 24 rebounds. You're averaging 9.9 points and 10.1 rebounds per game this season. And that wasn't long ago. This article is dated as January 12th, so 10.1 rebounds per game. Riley Pelican's averaging. That's extremely impressive. Remember, folks, we're going to see all these ladies again next year. That's why watching them this year, every game improve and play through different situations, some very difficult, like this one, is just going to make them better in the long run. It really is. I say I wish they were in Division 2. I wish they were in Division 2. Bottom line is they're getting better for who they're playing. There's no question about that. 2:42 to go in quarter number 3. Bayview in command here at the moment. But like I said, these Bulldogs have shown flashes of brilliance, and that's how they've earned these awards. These are voted by the people. And 2 basketball players in 2 consecutive weeks have won these awards. That's just a show of your future. This production brought to you in part by the Wireless Zone, your Verizon authorized retailer located in Dunn's Corners next to Duncan. Cell phone sales, service, and repair. Again, this trap that Bayview is running on the ball has really been effective. And the baseline jumper goes for the Bulldogs. That's freshman Lila Off. And you're going to hear a little bit more of that word freshman as more and more of them will seep into the lineup. You have a few in right now, Lila Off and Madison Pellegrino. Hake underneath, nice defense, ends up in the hands of McKitchen, though, and she knows what to do with it. Number 33 finishes for Bayview. A good offensive team, a good defensive team. They're really a quality opponent. They smother the ball. They're able to get back in right there. They're able to trap and cover the passing lanes as they force the turnover. Pellegrino on the ball, baseline jumper, and that rims out. Number 11 blocked by Pelican, and it ends up in the hands of jump ball and it's going to stay with the Bulldogs. So Ariana Aruda, the sophomore, will inbound to the junior. Said, hey, as you see, everything I say in front of their names is they have more time. And that is Captain Riley Pelican. They'll swing freshman Lila Off. Pellegrino. The size on the court for the Bulldogs. That's Ariana Aruda, and she nails the 3 for the Bulldogs. No quit in this Bulldog squad. And that is sophomore Ariana Aruda, true from 3. Across the court with Bayview. And in the lane, nothing doing. And they really haven't done great on their first chance opportunities. The Bulldogs squander that one as they lose the dribble and it trickles out of bounds. So momentum, nothing that the Bulldogs has not been in favor of the Bulldogs here at all tonight, all today. Haven't really been able to get into a groove. Maybe it's time change. I think it's one heck of an opponent. I think Bayview is good. I don't know who I could know if I really wanted to look at it, who they've played and who's defeated them. But I'm willing to bet some of those upper echelon teams that I spoke of earlier. And nice passing, nice play, no finish for Bayview. Good defense underneath. But they grab it, another second chance here as they start their offense again. Benway, head fake from the free throw line, pass out of bounds. Wild pass, Bulldogs will take the turnover. We are in the final seconds of quarter number 3. This one's moving right along here. Hasn't been a whistle in a while. I shouldn't open my mouth. But that's what I'm really supposed to do in these 2 hours. 3 points down for the Bulldogs. That was off wide. And the wild ball ends up in the hands of Bayview. And they haven't taken their foot off the gas since quarter number 2. And that 3-point opportunity by Benway, no good. And Pellegrino with the rebound up to Hake, who will press it. Kick out to Auth, got tapped. Auth's overhand, baseline, Aruda. Nice look by Auth. And that shot is no good. Bayview with the rebound, steps on the baseline, and the Bulldogs will take possession. Aruda will inbound it. And this Bulldog team is also conditioned. They do not tire. Multiple substitutions every game. They use their entire roster, really. And Hake in the corner. It's going to be Aruda again, and this one's off the mark. Had to get rid of it for the end of 3 quarters, folks. And the score, Bayview 42, Bulldogs 23. We will return in a moment. Here we go, folks. 3 quarters in the books. 8 minutes to go in this one. And you look at the scoreboard and you say it's one that the Lady Bulldogs want to get it over with. And I don't really think that's the case this year. Coach Hake and company have these ladies trained. Every game is a learning experience for this team. Every game they're learning to get better every minute, every quarter. And that doesn't always fall into place for them. Of course not. That wouldn't be the case for any team. But if you don't think you're going to see an excited Bulldog team in this 4th quarter, you haven't been watching them and you don't know how they're coached. They have 0 seniors on the floor, 0. And they have 8 freshmen either on the floor or on the bench over there, many of which play a good portion of the time. This Bulldog team is going to be a team no one really wants to run into next year for certain. And you can't let your foot off the throttle and get submission. The Bulldogs right in this one through the 1st quarter. Offense got pretty cold there for a little while. Hasn't been the best offensive night for the Bulldogs, and that is a big credit to Bayview's defense. Steele from behind. Storr gets her hand in, and Rafferty ends up with it. Bounce pass to Hake. Good look behind. Maybe 1 too many passes. Could have gone up with it herself. Hake somehow out of the scrum ends up with it. Up she goes with it. No good. And Bayview takes it and runs. So both teams running right now. And nice defense by Rafferty under her head, but it bounces to Bayview. That's the way it seems to be going here tonight. All the bounces are going to Bayview. And there is a break in action, a timeout on the floor. So they'll discuss things, folks. This production brought to you in part by WesterlyT.com, local t-shirt store making fun tees. Go to WesterlyT.com to see their growing list of designs. So only 7.5 to go in this one. Bayview really has shown I want to say it's one of the best defenses and one of the most crisp offenses I've seen come to town all year long. They have a 6-3 record, and they're playing beyond that 3 losses that I've seen thus far this game. They really are. They have a tough pressing trap defense as well. Bulldogs have had a tough time with it. A couple of freshmen on the court right now for the Bulldogs. 1 sophomore and 2 juniors. Bayview swings. Bulldogs get their hand on it. No room for McKitchen. Number 12 will shoot, and that is off the mark. Rafferty with the rebound. One thing Bayview has done is stay with their starters most of the game. 4 major contributors, and they've been there since the opening tip. Pellegrino gets it on the post, but McKitchen gets her hand in on it, and the Bayview will take the turnover. Benway, the point guard, with it. One-hand scoop, running, no good. Rebound ends up with Rafferty. Nice job of getting it out of there. That's been an issue tonight. 2nd chance points. Off the run, pass goes wild, and Hake has it. Gets it to Pellegrino. This is getting a little bit sloppy. I'm going to catch my breath and let you watch the play here. Varsity with it. In the corner off. And that foul is going to go against Benway, I do believe. And the Bulldogs will take it under the hoop. 16 fouls, so they'll go to the line from here on out. Alex Storr will inbounds the Bulldogs. And Gorman unable to save it. That's going to be a backcourt. Good defense by Bayview. And a Seltzer comes in for the Bulldogs. Junior guard. Sid Hake will get a break. And Bayview swings a little more than they've been doing. Try to get it inside. Nice hand in by Rafferty. Has it to Seltzer. And Rafferty has it. To Seltzer. In, up, and off the mark. That is going to go out of bounds, and Bayview will take it. So in what has not been a smooth fourth quarter, Bayview's created enough distance that there's clearly no panic. Bulldogs will be right back at it against a Portsmouth team that has just as good of a record as Bayview. In fact, they have one more win. Nice pass, nice play, nice finish by Bayview. So Portsmouth's going to come to town, and it's no treat for this Lady Bulldog squad. They got to bring it. And turn around, nice post play, nice shot by Gorman, and that ends a dead streak by the Bulldogs offense, as it's been a while since they got on the board. And baseline shot, no good, into the hands of Pellegrino. So the Bulldogs with 16 first half points, 9 second half. And that is, I'm not telling you, it's not a deep three by Rafferty, and that's off the mark. That's not necessarily just low field goal percentage that has been an issue. But this Bayview defense is stout, man. They are good. They're fast, they trap, they're physical, and they are going to go to the line at the moment, number 24. Wesley's got 5 team fouls, and Bayview has 6. 5 minutes to go in this one. First free throw is good. 2 out, 2 in for the Bulldogs. It's going to be Rafferty's going to be back in, as is Juliana Voisinay. Lillian Gorman, Hannah Seltzer on the court for the Bulldogs, along with Alex Storr. And second one trickles in, and Pelican will inbound. Bayview presses. And now they lay back. Allow Pelican to get it up court here. Using a Voisinay pick, there's no roll. Pass is soft and intercepted. Bayview crossover up with the reverse and doesn't finish. Seltzer tries to come away with it and does, but that pass is picked off. Bayview with it. Benway has it. 3-pointer. No good. Gorman comes up with the rebound. Voisinay with it for the Bulldogs. And Pelican gets it back to a cutting Voisinay and just off the mark. Up the court they go. How they split the defenders, I don't know. Benway did it though, and they finished. Pelican has it, being forced to take it up court right now, at the moment anyway. Gorman with it. We are halfway through the fourth quarter here, and there's a whistle. And that's going to be an off. It's going to be a Westerly timeout. The score 48-25, folks, fourth quarter halfway through, 4:05 to go. We will be right back. All right, folks, 4:04 to go in the fourth quarter of action. And Store inbounds it to an open Pellegrin. Just can't finish it. It's not the Bulldogs' day here on offense especially. Bayview kicks it out as they start to roll around a little bit. McKitchen with it. Inside to the post. Nothing there. Forced to swing. They're a crisp offensive team. Crisp passing. Solid picks. Pick and roll there. And she chooses to shoot and nails the three-pointer. That is number 3 at Deanna Benway, but a huge part of this attack. But this Bayview team really does use all 4 out of 5 starters on regularity on offense, but they spread it between all 5 as they get the miss and push it up court quickly. And nice pick and roll, ends up in McKitchen's hand. Nice defense by Pelican, and it ends up and in. Number 24, Baptista. Haig with a few crossovers, tries to go up and on the baseline, is blocked. And they try to press the court pass high and away. Bulldogs will take it back. 2:55 to go. Folks, we'll be back at it at our normal time on Wednesday, 7 p.m. tip. Lady Bulldogs look to improve on this one. Right now, the offense is, they're in a little bit of an offensive lull, but they're learning to play through it. And that pass is a miscommunication. Ducked on it, and overhead, not about to go. That kind of night here, folks. And a break in play. We have a timeout on the floor. This production, folks, is brought to you in part by the Wireless Zone, your Verizon authorized retailer located in Dunn's Corners next to Duncan. Cell phone sales, service, and repair. St. Mary's Academy started to separate itself in this one in the second quarter and has really improved each quarter. Their defense has clamped down. The Bulldogs with 16 first quarter points. 11 first quarter points, 16 first half points. And obviously you can see the difference would be 9 here in the second half. Tough breakdown, but like I said, you got to give credit where credit is due, and it doesn't just mean that the Bulldogs were really off the mark that bad tonight. It means they weren't really on the mark that great tonight, and they played a really good defense. And there is no rest for this Bulldog squad. One day off, and into town comes Portsmouth. And they have one more win than this Bayview squad. Same record, one more game played. Benway with it. There's a horn on the floor. No one knows why that happened. Little breakage in play here. I just think there's a little confusion at the scorer's table, and we're going to inbound and start this thing fresh. Bayview will have it. A couple minutes left in this one. Benway with it. And a whistle on the crossover, and that's going to go in favor of the Bulldogs. Store will inbound. Corbin picks up her dribble on the baseline and tries not to get hung up, and there's a reach in against Bayview. Next one, the Bulldogs will go to the line. No, they're going to go to the line here. Correction. Bulldogs, Bayview is in the penalty. 8th team foul.
Number 12, Lily Norman. After the game for Bayview, number 22, Jackie Buckner.
No substitutions really whatsoever. Very, very minimal, at least, for this Bayview team. Their 5 starters, they go with 5, and those 5 are all effective. I'm sure there's a few that come in, they play with maybe 7. Oth does a nice job of securing the rebound on the baseline. Number 24, Cecilia Saint with it for the Bulldogs. On top of the key. Only a freshman. Bulldogs looking for space here. Aruda has it. 3-pointer, pops it. Got to shoot somewhere, nowhere. That's not the spot. Saved, but they're going to have to get it up. Still hasn't hit rim or anything. I do believe the shot clock's an issue. And they pop it running from the free throw line. No good. Long rebound goes to Bayview. And the coach yells, push it. Foot on the throttle for certain. Renway has it, and Bayview sits back for a moment anyway. Runs that little weave on top of the key, and there is a timeout on the floor. No, there's not a timeout. Foul off the ball against Bayview. So the Bulldogs will take it. And Hannah Seltzer's going to inbound. $1:29 to go, quarter number 4. Federico Gymnasium, and what has been a dreary game, just like a dreary day at a dreary time, and things just haven't worked out for the Bulldogs. Hopefully they can bounce back there on Wednesday night. We'll be bringing it to you. Seltzer inbound to Saints. Off of the off pick, and it goes to Gorman. Tries to use her pivot and gets fouled on the way up. Going to the free throw line either way for 2 if she gets credit for the shot.
Foul on number 11, Ella Winslow. That's Ella's second. Bayview's 10th. On the line for Westerly, number 12, Lily Gorman.
Lillian Gorman on the line for the Bulldogs. First is good. Glaring need, second chance shots. The Bulldogs gave up way far too many of them. Second free throw is in. Not too bad of a job from the free throw line. Played pretty good defense. I think Bayview just played real good offense. On the ball, number 22 for the Bulldogs, Emerson Federico, sophomore. Hannah Seltzer now. 1 minute. And timeout on the floor by Bayview. 1:01 to go here in quarter number 4. One day of rest, and the Bulldogs host Portsmouth. On paper, even quality as what you're seeing here with Bayview. Division I is no joke here. Every opponent the Bulldogs have seen has been a quality opponent, brings it all 4 quarters, as do the Bulldogs. On the ball, number 24, Celia Saint. Some new numbers on the floor for Bayview. And that pass goes out of bounds with a Wild. Bulldogs will take it. Saint with it. The freshman. Works off of a moving pick. Seltzer underneath the off. Turnaround with the right. Bounces up and not on the mark. Pulled down by number 11 of Bayview. Half a minute to go. Tight defense on top by the Bulldogs. Bayview picks up the dribble, forced to. Nice defense. And the Bulldogs end up with it. 10 seconds to go in this one. Bulldogs with a chance at the last shot. And the pass picked up by Bayview. 1. And this one is in the books. That's the final horn, folks, here from Federico Gymnasium. Bayview Academy 53, Bulldogs 27, and the Bulldogs with 1 day off will tip off at 7 p.m. Wednesday. We will bring it to you live as they host the Patriots of Portsmouth. Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, signing off, folks.